It's easier to imagine the end of the world than to imagine the end of capitalism. That's a sign that I saw the other day in a café, hanging on the wall. Welcome to Enjoy Life, Enjoy Yourself. I'm Ingo Hampe, and today is Monday, 13th May 2024. We grew up in a system and we were trained to work in a system that was based or is based on convenience, on consumption, and on compliance. The intent of the system was to mitigate poverty, and it did a great work, actually. It provided us with food, with shelter, with security at scale. And that's pretty amazing if you think how hard this is. In order to do this, they needed us as good workers. And they made us believe that pursuing a work that matters to us, that is meaningful to us, is not the right way. It's only for a chosen few. And in a way, it needed art and spirituality because the system isn't perfect and it needs some patches, some band-aids to cover that, to give us a sense of purpose in our lives, and also to use our sense of purpose to be compliant workers. For the longest time, it was able to do this through technology and innovation, and of course, digging energy out of the ground. But in the end, the system failed us. It wasn't able to end poverty, and if you look at the latest numbers, I think there's still large portions of the world, even in civilized nations like the United States of America, there are still a lot of people living in poverty. And it also didn't end wars, it didn't brought us peace. So things are changing in the minds of the people. And by that I don't mean the latest trick that we have to shift our mindset and leverage the latest technology so that we can be thriving artists. No, we look at the system differently, and more people are willing to opt out of the consumption. And more people are looking for ways to prioritize their happiness and their peace of mind and their sense of belonging and fulfillment. And they realized that somehow they have to be outside of society, outside of the norms of our society, to find what they are really looking for. So I'm struggling with that. I'm torn between the poles. Like deep inside of me, I feel the same. I feel like I have to. Well, I feel like a loser. That I don't think making money is very important. And I spent my whole life like this. I was never able to save some money for later. I always spend what I got, which means probably that I have to work until I die. And it wasn't that important for me, not at all. And I struggled with being part of this system that I have to do the work and find purpose and meaning besides the work. That's how my parents grew up. And I totally understand them. Like, my mother was born in 1939 when the Second World War started. And she experienced as a child the very difficult situation after the war. Economic situation, like it was, people were struggling to get by. But times have changed, and now that the latest generation of AI is going to replace a lot of our human work, which is not really human, we have to think differently about the system that we are living in. We have to find a way that the goal to provide prosperity and peace at scale must be aligned with our opt out of consumerism. I haven't figured it out. I have no idea. I have no clue. But deep inside, I feel that even now that I'm happy and lucky to have a job that pays very well, and that I don't have to worry too much about my financial future. Even now, or just because of that, it's time for me to take care of what makes my soul shine and pursue a work that is important for me, and find a way how I can contribute the best to our community through making art, to bring value through my art. And there are still these old beliefs, the things that I have been learned and trained on and be conditioned to, that is buried very deep inside of me, or hidden very deep inside of me, and it's very hard to bury them. Yeah, but there's only one way forward, and we have to figure this out. Thank you for listening. Until next time, bye-bye.